Good morning. Welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Today is Friday, November 3rd, 2023. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. We usually start every show with an injury report. We obviously don't have that because the Niners are on the bye, but we did get some good news about Deebo Samuel from his appearance on Up and Adams with Kay Adams.
You personally, health-wise, any update? Everybody wants to know.
I am ready to go.
Yay! Tyshawn, yay!
Oh, that is great to hear. If he's good to go now with more time off, hopefully by the time that Jags game rolls around on November 12th, he will be right as rain alongside Trent Williams. And if they have those two guys, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier to beat the Jaguars, who are a very, very good team. But they're not going to be able to do that unless they can turn around the defensive problems that they have had. There has been a lot of talk this week about Steve Wilks potentially coming down from the booth and coaching the game from the sidelines. Kyle Shanahan even said he would talk with Wilks and consider making that change. Hall of Famer Steve Young weighed in on that idea on KMBR yesterday.
That's a problem you used to think about in March. You know what I mean? Like, okay, what's the best way to philosophically coach this team? Who's going to coach them? What do we in November? We can chat about it and try to find some, but it's too late. The train's in motion. The mechanic's in the trunk. We're rolling, baby, and we're not stopping. So, don't waste your breath on that one because, we need a defensive coordinator. We need him to come out of the booth. Save that one for March. We're looking for solutions, and that's not part of the solution. Those are kind of things that are static. When he comes down, he thought through 6 months of most of his career, where do I want to be? I want to be in the upstairs. Well, that's fundamental to how you want to coach. I'm not going to say, I had a couple tough games. Okay, I'm going to come to the sidelines. The only reason he'd do that is because we screamed about it, and I don't know that we want that to be the reason why he comes down.
I have to say I side with Steve on this one. The problem is not the physical location of where Steve Wilks was when he called the plays. The problem is the plays that are being called, right? I don't care if he's on the sideline. I don't care if he's on the booth. He needs to get on the same page with the coverage and the rest of the guys on that defense if things are going to improve from what we've seen the last 3 weeks. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Friday. Lots of people are talking about Chase Young, the pass rusher, but is it possible his most valuable contribution to the defense could actually be against the run? David Lombardi took a deep dive on that in The Athletic. If you want to read that article, click the link in the description of this episode. One thing to watch, you're obviously going to take a break from the 49ers since they're on the bye. Might I propose something radical? Other teams, there are a ton of good games this week, starting with Chiefs and Dolphins in Germany. That's going to be bright and early. But how about Seattle and Baltimore? That has huge implications for the 49ers, obviously, who trail the Seahawks in the NFC West. This is kind of going to be the first good team Seattle has faced. So I will be watching to see how they hold up against a team that actually has their stuff together. One thing you may have missed, this was a really cool nugget from Matt Barrow's mailbag column. Nick Bosa is actually sticking around the 49ers facility over the bye week to help get Chase Young up to speed so that by the time the Niners are on the field again, he sort of has a good feel for the defense and his responsibilities and what he has to do. Obviously, Bosa and Young go back all the way to Ohio State together, so there's a respect there. But just a really cool thing that Bosa's kind of sacrificing his week off to help get Chase Young up to speed. Just one example of maybe the 49ers starting to keep the main thing once again. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Enjoy your Friday and your weekend, everybody. No instant reaction show this week, so I can't even promote that and pump that up, but I will be live with Michelle Majuk, 9:15 a.m. Pacific time today. We're going to give you sort of a what to watch for guide for week number 9 in the NFL. We'll still have best bets. They won't be Niners best bets, but we'll go around the entire week 9 schedule, give you our best bets as well. And I want to get Michelle's take on the Chase Young deal, too. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Enjoy your weekend.